First plate at INPARADISE. We are on the 46th floor, and first impression, I'm already very, very impressed. Presentation is excellent. It felt like a maze up in here. It was just never-ending food. A lot of meat, a lot of seafood, and a ton of dessert. First plate, and I only made it to the first stall. So I'm very excited. Got some steak, a little pork rib, some sashimi, some nigiri, and this very well presented salmon roe on top of steamed egg inside an egg. And let's get going with the first plate. Very first meal of the day. This is afternoon time now, so very hungry, huge appetite. This feels very, very delicate. Tastes like a good steamed egg. It tastes extra better because it's inside an eggshell. Eating a steamed egg is very, very nostalgic. It gives me home vibes. Solid steamed egg. Beef truffle sushi inside a shot glass.
I like this one. Taste myself. Yeah. It's that corn soup, dude.
I already have 3 plates.
If you like truffle, you're gonna like this. Beef truffle sushi.
Mine were like...
What did you want?
First time having beef truffle sushi. I'm a truffle lover, so that was excellent. Swordfish nigiri.
It's like a public one, right? So you gotta go with your...
A bit of spice. Classic salmon nigiri.
That's pretty good.
So far so good with the nigiri. Swordfish sashimi. Definitely tastes like seared tuna. Let's try the tuna itself. Tuna sashimi. This tuna is definitely a little bit more bouncier than usual because I feel like the tuna that I usually eat is a little bit mushier. And on to my favorite type of fish. Very loyal to the salmon. Definitely tastes very, very fresh. Have to try one of their rolls. It's got a lot of small salmon roe on top with a little cream looking thing. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure if it's whipped cream or cream cheese or what it is. Let's give it a try. Very, very creamy. As you can tell, I'm on a very fast eating pace right now because this is only my first plate. I haven't eaten all day. This roll has what I think looks like a thin slice of beef with olive on top. That one was very interesting. It's my very first time having olive on top of a sushi roll, and I love olives, but I'm not sure how I feel about having olives on top of my sushi. But I will definitely remember that roll. It was a very unique and memorable roll. And this one looks like a classic salmon with avocado. And I'm noticing a trend here with the red onions inside these rolls. Not sure if I'm the biggest fan with red onions inside my sushi, but let's give it another shot because I love salmon. Love the salmon, but I think I'm needing a little bit more meat. And on to grilled chicken thigh. A nice glaze on top of the skin. The meat is overall pretty tender. Voila, a little barbecue pork rib. You can't go wrong with barbecue barbecue pork ribs. The meat slid off the bone and it had just the right amount of glaze on top, a little bit of barbecue. Huge piece of meat. I literally just took the bone right off because it just slid right off. All right, let's keep the meat pattern going and finish this plate off with some steak. I drizzled some red wine sauce over just a little bit. I got a little thin piece of steak. Still very pink, so just the way I like it. Medium rare, tender meat. Before I go off to get my second round of food, I have to finish it off with some carbs. I got their squid ink pasta, some tomato sauce. First plate was already a success. On to numero dos. Second run, I had to grab 2 plates because tick tock, we only have 2 hours for this buffet and time is running out fast. So I grabbed 2 plates this time. I got this puff that has truffle and fagua in it, and it's calling my name because I love puffs, I love truffle, and I love me some fagua. So I will start with that first. I got some salad, some mackerel, some fish chin. This is very unique tempura with almond. It's my first time and it looks very interesting and very good. Last but not least, the duck section. Duck is also one of my favorite types of meats. I have a duck roll and a duck nigiri. So I'm very, very excited about this plate. I will start off with the puff first. Truffle and fagua. 1 bite.
That's a sour
I would like to get 10 more of those because that was very delicious. 1 bite and it has so much flavor, so easy to eat. The puff is a little bit stale. but the truffle and foie gras makes up for it. So much flavor, love everything about it. Moving on to the duck nigiri. They also did a little bit of a torch on top of the duck. So it's shrunk a little bit, but I love how everything is bite-sized.
Oh yeah, waiting to try to go. I don't have my laptop with me.
The duck skin is so crispy. And I saw the chef slice it and it's so thin. Very thin wrap with duck meats, a little bit of green onion and cucumber slices.
Let me strategize.
Might get some more meat. I'm trying to think.
Mine was
I think this we would eat it.
Super thinly sliced meat, and I realized that they also included the duck skin. It's literally the perfect bite-sized amount, and the wrap is also super thin. So good. I'm trying to think if I like the duck wrap more or the duck nigiri more, and I'm thinking that the duck wrap definitely wins because it's more of a bite to it, and there's so much more flavor because it includes the duck skin, the duck meat, hoisin sauce, and a little bit of greens along with the wrap, and it's just so much fuller in taste. But the duck nigiri was also very, very delicious. Duck is amazing, and they made it so well. Alright, moving on to this shrimp tempura with almond. Have you tried tempura with almond before? Because I haven't, and this is my first time, and it looks very, very unique and very crispy. Let's give it a try. Wow. This tempura is probably the best tempura I've ever had. I'm not usually a tempura girl. I wouldn't really voluntarily order it just because it's always been sort of just basic to me, but this with the almond is so not basic. The breading is just perfect. It's not too thick. It's just fried perfectly. That one bite was so much goodness. So far this plate has been speaking to me the most. And moving on to the mackerel. We love getting mackerel every time we go to an izakaya place. So let's try how this mackerel tastes. Bone. Not dry for the most part. We've definitely had better mackerel before, but overall, considering that it's at a buffet, not bad. I wouldn't say it's the most tender cooked meat, but it's not dry, so still not bad. And this fish chin, I simmered a little bit of the cumin powder on top. I hope it's not too spicy. It looks super red, so hope it's not too spicy. Nicely grilled. The initial bite was super crispy, and then as it simmered on, it was very oily. But we always have more fish oil, and that's the organic way to get some fish oil. Second bite. Still very crispy and grilled very well. Like the whole meat part is very, very tender. Assuming that they use a lot of oil to make it so tender, but some organic fish oil, don't hurt nobody. Chicken salad to balance all the meat out. Some more greens.
I saw it and I was like, yeah.
On to the salmon mousse with caviar. This looks very, very interesting. This big mountain of mousse on top with some caviar on top and a lot of fresh salmon on bottom.
It's not that bad.
We actually started cold though. We got it pretty early.
Probably leftover from the bar.
Whoa.
That's why it's cheaper too.
I don't know what mousse that was, but wow. Paired with the salmon and a little bit of caviar on top. Wow. very creamy. But I could see how if I had another one of this, I would be a little too full with so much cream. It's a bit heavy,
Like this was it's like
So ducks,
but I can't stop eating it.
goose. It
Abalone.
tastes exactly like duck skin, but I'm goose. But that is duck.
Abalone is very bouncy, very bite-sized,
Yeah.
easy to eat. I'm actually not a typical abalone girl, but because it's so bite-sized and it was super bouncy, it was perfect. Lamb chops. Pretty potent taste of lamb. I would probably prefer it to be a little bit more medium rare, but overall, still very good. I definitely preferred the steak here better. I had a lot of red meat, but no one can forget about the seafood. Some shrimp and some crab. It will take me a long time to get all the shells in order. Definitely will give an update after I get all the meats out on how the crab and shrimp are. The desserts. Fourth and fifth place. Okay, my last two plates are dessert. I have 15 minutes before they kick us out, so I gotta boom, boom, boom. Very, very cute dim sum. Reminds me of when I was living in Hong Kong. Very, very cute dim sum bows. Like a bumblebee. Hopefully there's at least some custard inside. Hopefully it tastes as good as it looks because it's so cute. I don't want to eat it, but let's reveal what is inside. Okay, alright, I see a little bit of filling. I wish there was more custard. Definitely looks like an A+, but I would say it doesn't really taste like an A+, but the presentation makes up for it. On to our next cute little dim sum bun. Cute little brown bear. I have no idea what's inside, but ooh, it's very squishy. Okay, this is very exciting. Look at that. You can already see the liquid. Much more fluid inside. Definitely a lot more inside than the Bumblebee. The bear definitely tastes as good as it looks. So much sesame inside, just melting in my mouth. The cute little brown bear definitely takes the win over the Bumblebee. And on to our souffle. Very, very small souffle. I'm very, very excited because it's usually very light and fluffy, not too sweet, but we'll see how it is. Very fluffy. You really can't go wrong with a souffle. Always solid, fluffy, and light. And on to the last plate, which I'm the most excited about. Look at this platter. Dessert galore, and just color makes me so happy and excited with life. This gives me life. All of this. I don't even know where to begin because everything looks and sounds so good. Let's begin with a little lychee lollipop. Very cute, purple, hot pink. It's got a lot of chocolate chocolate inside. The lychee on the outside, the lychee crust is so good. Super tangy. If you're a lychee lover, I would definitely recommend this. Strawberry tart with black currants on the bottom. There's a piece of gold flake on the top of the strawberry. Gold flakes just make everything better. Delicious. Blackcurrant and strawberry. I've never had this combo before, but delicious. And I love tangy, sour things. Lemon tart with a drizzle of passion fruit on top.
Okay, on yolk.
Is it like sweet? It's like sweet, creamy.
Sure, yes.
Good dairy in it.
I don't think so. Sure.
I started off with the strawberry tart because I knew I was going to fall in love with the lemon tart. This tart is actually a lot softer than the strawberry tart, which makes things even better. And the lemon, you can't mess up a lemon tart, and it's so good. The little nice drizzle of passion fruit. 10 more, please. One of my favorite desserts in the whole entire world, universe, macarons. This one, I believe, is the guava flavored macaroon. Say less, say less. Oh my goodness. And I love how they're so bite-sized. I'm a macaroon lover, so even if it was bigger, I would not be complaining, but considering that we had a full-on feast after feast, this is perfect. I believe this was the pineapple. I would probably prefer the guava, even though they're both equally as delicious, but the guava one was a little bit more. Macaroons. Chased it off with a little iced Americano. Off to the matcha eclair. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if I had a matcha eclair before, so I'm very excited. Only in Asia. I would say it's too much of a cookie ratio versus the matcha, so this isn't on the top of my list. This is the triple decker goodness. This already wins the whole dessert platter just by the presentation. I hope it tastes as good as it looks, because it looks amazing. I don't even want to ruin it. Triple decker goodness. Where do I even begin? That really caught me by surprise, because I thought each layer of cookie was going to be a lot harder than it is, but it's actually super soft, and the first bite already made the whole dessert collapse. It's a lot of cookie taste. There we go. A lot more cream on the second bite. This is a lot. A full-on dessert. It tastes excellent. Cream, the strawberry on top, excellent. 2 more to go. First time having raspberry tiramisu. What does that even mean? Raspberry tiramisu.
No more food today.
So it's a raspberry tiramisu mousse. It's definitely a lot lighter than normal tiramisus. And wow, why don't more places serve raspberry tiramisu? Even though I love the normal ones, but wow, this kicks it up a notch, especially if you love tangy and sour, fruity things. This is the way to go. It's the best of both worlds. More strawberry items.
Yeah, alright, so
Super tangy, very mousse. I believe this was a mousse cake.
You know what I'm talking about? What's the name for that?
I thought I had 2 more, but I actually had 3 more. This is the very last one. The orange chocolate cake.
It just got back to my costume.
It's a very potent chocolate taste. I will scrape all of these orange bitters on top.
Chocolate chocolate. That's what it is, yeah.
Very smooth on the inside, but definitely got more of a dark and rich chocolate taste. Chase it off with a tall glass of iced Americano. All right, I am completely stuffed to my neck from food, all the dessert. It was an amazing experience at INPARADISE. It's inside the Breeze Xinyi building, and it's all the way up on the 46th floor, so it has an amazing view of Taipei 101. Unfortunately, today's weather was a little bit cloudy, but it was still clear enough to see the Taipei 101 tower, and we were very, very close to it. And the food was excellent. Such a huge variety of different meats, different seafood, and just a whole lot of food and dessert. The dessert collection was amazing. So colorful and so many different dessert types. They're so dainty and just so colorful, so delicious. I had an awesome experience at INPARADISE. All in all, I would rate it an 8.85 out of 10 because the presentation of all of the food was excellent. We went during the afternoon tea hours, which was 2:30 to 4:30. So we only had 2 hours to munch on, but it was only 1,089 NT per person for the whole entire buffet all to yourselves. And it is definitely a steal for what we got for the price. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was lots of eating. If you like videos like this, I do a lot of eating reviews. So like this video, and if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please click the subscribe button and comment down below on which food item today intrigued you the most. I will see you in the next one.